Hi, my name's Leah and I'm the host of Knit Snacks. I live in Southwest Ohio and welcome to my little corner of the internet. I'm sharing my WIPs and finished objects today, and then I have a little bit of exciting news for what I have planned in October. I'll share that at the end of the episode. We've had a crazy month around here in September and I haven't been able to post anything lately, so hopefully I can get back in the swing of things and post some little tips and tricks for you in October. So I'm going to start off with my first finished object. And this is a pair of socks that I finished. They are Crazy Sock Lady pattern. I'll have all of the links down below so that you guys can get information from Ravelry about what yarn was used in the pattern and all of that other fun stuff. So I finished these. They're super comfy. I'm super happy that I made another pair of DK weight socks. I'm looking forward to wearing these when it gets a little bit cooler around here. So that's my first pair. And then my second pair of socks that I finished. This is a test knit that I did for Carrie of Cinnamon and Pearls on Instagram. And what I absolutely love is this one by one color work. It really brings the foot in and stuff. So they're called Get a Grip Shorties, and I'll have that again in the link below. These were just leftovers. This was Hugh Loco Hens Backyard Chickens colorway, and then there's a little bit of blue in here. Sorry, that's not it. This color up here was one of the minis that came with the skein in the sock set, and then the colors in here are leftovers from the Advent shawl that I did with, gosh, I showed that the last time. I entered it in the fair. It's, McMullen Fiber Company, McMullen Fiber Co. These are colors from that Canyon colorway. Or color set. So they thought that these just looked so nice together. So I'm really happy to have these finished. These will be nice as well. And then here in Southwest Ohio, we have Young's Jersey Dairy, and that's kind of my local fiber festival. That happens usually the third weekend in September, and I went. It was a lot of fun. Got to talk fiber with people and yarn, which is always really nice. There was a lady there that was selling Angora yarn, and I've never had the opportunity to purchase Angora yarn here locally. It's not something that's really carried, but this lady has, I think it was over 20 Angora rabbits that she harvests the wool from, or fiber from, and then sends it out to have it spun into yarn. And this particular yarn is a mix of Angora and alpaca and wool, and like merino, and then I think a little bit of nylon, but I could be wrong. Anyway, the drape on it is amazing. I ended up doing a hat with it. I really, really wanted a hat with it. And I will put the information for the pattern on this down below. This hat looks really huge because I wanted it a little on the big side. This hat, I cannot remember the name of the pattern. It will be linked down below. This particular hat was supposed to be made with, I think it was like 4 inches of negative ease. I don't do real well with like tight things on my head. It tends to give me a headache very, very easily. So I wanted something that was this yarn, particularly because of the Angora and alpaca in it, is very, very drapey, which I was like, yay for that. And then also it has not as much, I don't even think this has any negative ease. Put it on so you can see how I'm planning on wearing it. Yeah, there we go. So I really kind of wanted something that was kind of big and drapey and, you know, just had this nice slouch to it. So that's what I've got. Super excited to wear this when it gets a little warmer. It is super, sorry, little cooler when I want my head a little warmer. It is super warm, which I'm excited about. And it doesn't hug my head too hard. And then the last thing that I have to show you is, I showed this the last time and it's still a little damp from blocking, but I'm excited for it. Excited for my daughter to try it on. So this is the Metropolis sweater. And again, I'll have everything linked below. This is a Knit Picks Chroma yarn. Anyway, it's a little wrinkled. Oh well. I'm super excited for my daughter to have this. She loves olive green, and I know that she's gonna love this huge long turtleneck that it has on it, and then it has these great ribbed sleeves that she's gonna love that as well. So I'm excited for her to get that. And she knits, so she's definitely knit worthy. On to my WIPs. So I have, let me see here. Hold on a minute. Whoops. I have some WIPs that, so the first one, this is one of the finished socks. It's a pair of socks. Anyway, this is the first finished one. This is also yarn that I got at Wool Gathering, but that was last year. These socks have taken me a lot longer to knit than I thought, and they ended up living in my car. So if I had time to knit, then I would knit on them. So they didn't get a lot of love. But it's Leading Men Fiber Arts for the yarn. And then the pattern is called Flower Crown. And that's from Lindsay at Larkspur Designs. Yeah. Anyway, it's Lindsay Fowler. She has a book that just came out called Salt and Timber, which the pictures in it are amazing. And then she did, the patterns in it are gorgeous as well. So I would check that out. But this is the first one. And then the second one, I'm probably halfway down the foot. Let's see. Yeah, maybe more than halfway. So this is what I've got done so far. This crisscross pattern looks complicated. It's actually really memorable, and I have a goldfish memory. Like it's hard for me to remember things, but I was able to remember this. And I practically don't need the chart for it now. Every once in a while, if I stop for, if I put it down for a couple days, I might have to go back and look and see where I was at by reading my knit stitches and then going from there. But usually it's super, super easy for me to just pick up and knit on whenever I have time. So the next item I wanted to show you, I'm super excited about this. I'm a little bummed, but such is the life of a knitter, right? So part of what I have that's exciting for October is I'm actually headed to Rhinebeck later this week. I get to go to New York Sheep and Wool, and what's going to make it super fun is that I get to go with my older daughter. The green sweater that I showed you a few minutes ago, I wanted to get that done so that she could wear it to Rhinebeck. And then I had started a sea glass for myself to take, to wear to Rhinebeck. And that's not going to happen because I realized maybe 3-4 weeks ago that I was not going to get that done in time. Maybe 5 weeks ago, I realized I wasn't going to get it in time, which is why then I knit the hat that I knit. I have another sweater that I haven't worn because I finished it in May, and it will just be my Rhinebeck backup. It will still make its debut at Rhinebeck because I will not have worn it before then. So this is my sea glass. I'm super, super excited about it. I absolutely Absolutely love the colors that are in it. I'll explain to you in just a minute how I'm working this. So as you can see, I've separated for the sleeves, and I have about this much, well, there you go, have about this much done down the side. Still have a whole bunch more to go. I know that this seam in the front is really disconcerting. However, I don't plan on having a pullover sea glass. I actually plan on, I would say steeking, but I don't feel like this is steeking because really, and I'll show you why here in a minute, really it's only half of the stitches that I would be doing. So what I'm actually doing is, although I guess I'm still cutting stitches, so maybe, yeah. So I have this gray that I'm holding throughout, and then I'm alternating the other color. I'm alternating every row, which is why I have that down the middle. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do when I get to the sleeve. I guess maybe I'm going to offset it a little bit so that that row change doesn't happen at the same spot under the arm every time. I am holding with that a whole bunch of different colors. Just a minute. I rated my stash for anything that looked like it might work. So, oh, here we go. Okay. So this is, whoops. This is one that I have left. I want to say it's a Malabrigo, but I could be wrong. I think the color was grapes or something like that. I have this one, which is a Stitch Together Studio, and that was a color of the month, and it's actually leftovers from my Comfort Fade Cardi. These are all DK weight. This one is Malabrigo. This one actually still has the tag in it. This one is Lotus. I think it's probably one of their favorite colorways that they have. So this is a Lotus from Malabrigo. And then these three, I was super lucky, and I'm so thrilled. These three are all Lola Bean yarns, and I got them with the intention of doing a sea glass with these and that gray that I showed you that I'm holding it with. And if you ever have the opportunity to buy Lola Bean's yarns, they're amazing. The color is amazing, and they're super soft and squishy as well. So the other ones that I'm also doing, I have, I don't have enough hands is what I don't have. Okay, so I don't remember whose yarn this is. This is, again, scraps that I had. I don't even remember what I did with it. This is leftovers that I had in my scrap bin. More Lotus. This is another leftover that I had. I don't remember. Oh gosh. I don't remember whose yarn this is, but this is another obvious little tiny leftover. This is another, oops. This is another Lola Bean skein that I got. It's fingering, so I'm holding it with something. And then this is, yeah, this, what a mess. This is another one that I had that was in my, another skein that was in my stash as well. I pulled all of these out, and so I just hold any of these fingering weight ones, I hold together to make kind of a, it's kind of a marled look. It's a little different depending on which ones I hold together, because like if you hold these two together, it's a much lighter look than if you hold, say, these two together or these two together. So it's been a lot of fun mixing the colors to make this. I love the way that it looks. This is so just my color palette. Anyway, so I'm excited. I can't wait to get this done. It's getting to be the weather to wear it now. I think last time back in August, I showed you another sweater that I was working on, but it was in bamboo. I put that one down for now so that I can focus on the sea glass, because that bamboo one, I won't want to wear it until probably March or April. So I'm going to try to get the sea glass done so that I can wear it when it's still cold. It's forever the fight that you have as a knitter, right? You want to work on stuff when it's cold, if it's out of wool, but then you also want to wear it. So anyway, so I'm working on that. And then the other thing that I started was, this is going to be a cowl, and it's going to be just a loop. I think Jude from Stranded has one called the Litmus Cowl. This isn't going to be quite like that. And then there's another one called the Wallop Cowl. So I'm kind of taking those ideas, and I'm actually going to change up how this is done. So anyway, so let me explain a little bit what I've got here. So this is the first color. I did a provisional cast on because I want it to be in a loop. So I have this, and then this is with an advent that I got last year from Sweet Sparrow Knits, and this is the full skein that I got with it. I did the provisional cast on with this because when I come back around, I want to do something between the last and the first color with this, and that's also what I'm going to do periodically between the other colors as well. It's a thing. We'll wait and see what it looks like, and I'll show you. It's just something that I thought would be intriguing. So let me see here. Sweet Sparrow Knits had, this is all of the little mini skeins. They're 10-gram skeins, and I apparently was not paying attention when I ordered this because I didn't realize they were 10-gram skeins, and I wasn't particularly sure what I was going to do with them. And they're also, I've never gotten, this is the first time I've had Sweet Sparrow yarn, and I love her colors. They're very different than what I normally buy though. So I'm excited to have this as a cowl because they're such earthy tones, and I feel like that's kind of, what I would want up around my neck. That's just me. And the other thing, her bases in this particular cowl, she has, or particular advent, she has a whole bunch of different bases in it. So like this one, I don't think you can see really, but it's got a little bit of sparkle in it. There's a couple of them, I forget which ones. There's a couple of them that have yak in them, which I'm really tempted to pull those out and make something separate with those because I absolutely adore yak yarn. It is so soft, and I feel like it needs to like shine on its own. I haven't thought about that yet though, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. But I started this because we live in southwest Ohio, and we're driving to Rhinebeck later this week. And I needed something that I could knit in the car on my way there. My daughter and I hope my daughter is going to help me drive. But we're going to drive a couple hours to Northeast Ohio and spend the night. and then drive the rest of the way the next day, because otherwise it's going to be like I think a 10-hour drive, and I would rather split it up into 2 days on our way there. On our way back, I'll be fine coming back. I won't have to worry about getting to a hotel room or anything like that in a timely manner, and I'm a little worried about that with where we're staying. So, but I'm super excited to be going to Rhinebeck. This is my first trip to New York Sheep and Wool. I've seen a lot of things about what people do at Rhinebeck, what people do in the areas around Rhinebeck. We have tickets to go to Cakepalooza, which on Friday, which I'm really excited for. We don't have plans. I don't think we have plans for Sunday at all, which I'm okay with that. I'm happy to just hang out and knit for a while, and then we're going to come back on Monday, which I would rather have a relaxing day than a go, because I'm not, that's just not me. Anyway, so I'm super excited about it. I look forward to going. I'm going to try to do some sort of podcast while I'm there. I was talking to my knit group Thursday night and kind of asking them about what they would like to see, and their suggestion was that everybody does stuff about Rhinebeck at New York Sheep and Wool, but they don't do a lot about outside of New York Sheep and Wool. So I'm considering, when I do my podcast, doing it about all the things that we do outside of New York Sheep and Wool. I'll probably put a little bit in, because why not? I mean, how much fun. But I would like to do some stuff. I know that we have some plans on going maybe to, I think it's Harney and Sons, that's just like an hour away. My daughter is looking for all the restaurants, so she's got this long list of places that she wants to go. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel about, how it goes and that sort of thing. Hopefully I'll have that posted for you guys. I don't know, when I get back, whenever. If I can remember to do it, because sometimes you get caught up in the moment and you just want to go do stuff instead of actually, pausing to video it. So anyway, so if you liked what you saw today, if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications button so that you know when I post a new video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.